feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan. Your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour. Take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder. Work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
You're connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of a time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers. And man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again. Okay?
You have to give me your cell phone, because right now we will go ahead and we will, provide you the Amazon, my accounts department, all right? And you are going to sending the $500 gift card from Bank of America, all right? $500 gift card, worth of you give me an Apple gift card, all right? Send me an Apple gift card, okay? Just go and buy a 500 Apple gift card, okay?
All right, and then
All right?
what?
I'm here.
Why
here.
are y'all such
and then
assholes?
I will give you a computer password.
Why are
Ma'am.
you? What's
Ma'am,
wrong with y'all?
ma'am.
What does your mother think of you? I am 6 months pregnant, and y'all are upsetting me.
Ma'am. Okay, I'm giving you the password. I'm giving you the password. Do not cry. Ma'am, don't cry.
Your password is fuck you. Your password is fuck you.
Why are you being so mean to me? I'm 6
Your
months
password is
pregnant.
fuck you.
Why are you being so mean to me?
Okay, bye-bye.
Hello?
What did I do to you?
No, just listen to me. Just turn your computer off. That's it. That's it. If they change the password, first of all, just do one thing. Turn your computer off and never turn it on. Go ahead and go get a technician and fix the computer, okay? Because what will happen is they might be still be on your computer. You go to your banking or information. They might be using it to do illegal stuff. So I would recommend that you just turn your computer off right now.
The people
Do
that
that.
you work
Turn your
with?
computer right now. I mean, try to help you out and calm you down as much as I can to let you get my services and help you. So first and foremost, ma'am, just turn your computer. Just shut it down. Turn your computer down right now.
Okay.
Okay?
Why did they
Turn
change
it off.
the password?
If they're trying to say mean things to you, just do not reply them. Just just neglect them or you avoid them, and stop crying for God's sake. Okay, it's like if you do like this, if you act like this, if you act vulnerable, what will they will do is they will try to if they are a scammer, they will try to get you. Okay, they will scam you for good. Okay. First and foremost, as I told you, shut your computer down and get a technician and fix your computer. That's it. Okay?
Can't you get a better job?
I'm sorry, ma'am. This is our job, okay?
Why?
Now, listen to me. I'm sorry, ma'am. That's a very good question, and I really don't have any answer for that. And soon I'm going to leave this job as well, and I'm going to find another job. This is just a temporary thing for me. But for you, ma'am, it's as I told you, that's the only solution to that, okay? And do not call any numbers after this, okay? And even if they call you and they say they are from this and that, do not answer them, okay? Just like avoid them. Do not entertain those calls, okay?
Yeah, payback time, you ugly skank.
Hello? Hello? Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, David, my wife was trying to call you up. She was expecting a refund. Yes. So can you just tell me, like in detail, she ordered something, she haven't get it yet. Do you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, she ordered something, she haven't get it yet, and she wants a refund. She don't want it. She ordered something personal. She ordered a tablet for her period. What they ordered? It's a medicine she ordered. You are going to put it in your where? I'm sorry? It's for you or it's for your wife? It's for my wife. It's for your wife? I can come to your wife. শোনো না শুনতে পাচ্ছ তুমি বাংলা বুঝো হ্যালো হ্যাঁ বাংলা বুঝো বাংলা কি বাংলা বুঝো তো এটুকুই দেখাচ্ছিল অ্যালায়েন্সের নেট না ব্রডব্যান্ডের নেট সেটা আমি বার করে নেবো আর যে ডিআইডি নাম্বারটা যে সল্টলেকে প্রোভাইড করে মোটামুটি 4-5 জনই আছে মার্কেটে আইটিউন ক্যাপ করার এখন সব বার করে রেখেছি কারণ কিছু 10 মিনিট লাগবে বাড়ি যেতে হ্যাঁ আর মা মাসি সব শুধু দিয়ে চলে আসবো খান কিছু ঠিক আছে তুমি কোথায় যাবো কেটে দাও এখন কত করে নেয় জিজ্ঞাসা কর এখন কত করে নেয় বল না এখন কত করে নেয় বল না আগে তো 50 এখন কত নেয় বল না এখন কত করে নেয় বল না এখন কত করে নেয় বল না কত নেয় এখন কত নেয় বল না আরে বল না আরে
Passion.
Hello? Hello? Hi, everyone. Hi, Take. How are you?
Good morning. That was an awesome clip. I forgot how good your acting skills are.
Thanks. Happy early birthday.
Oh, thank you. We'll keep it going for a little while and then we'll just move on. It's just another day.
Yeah. It's an important day. Well, how are you doing? What you been up to? I know we did some baiting yesterday.
Yeah, we got about 10 minutes in of driving them crazy. That was funny, right? I don't know how good that'll come out. I still didn't check the waves that you sent me, but I'm sure it's fine. It was just nonstop they pick up the phone and get pissed and say, "Does your parents know what you're doing?" And then it's just a bunch of calls like that. So it was more to drive them crazy. And then I spent about 4 hours trying to negotiate and get my parents the best possible price on a king mattress with an adjustable base. And I think we did well, although it was a long 4 hours. So,
Well,
yeah.
thank you so much, Di, for becoming a member. We really appreciate that. So kind of you. So what kind of bed did they get, or is that too much information? Is that like doxing yourself to tell us?
No, I mean, I wanted them to get something good, and they have money. They're a little older and retired, and they should have a great mattress, and they're not afraid to spend money, but I didn't want them to get ripped off, so they went with a top of the line Stearns and Foster and an adjustable base, so they can go up and down. You can move your head up, your feet up.
Wow,
they normally
sounds fancy.
It would have been around $8,000, but because I was there and I know the game, I think they walked out in the 3,000 something. So still a lot of money, but they have $8,000 worth of stuff now in their
Yeah. Wow.
But the next step is I need to drive to their house on Sunday, which is about an hour and a half for me, and make sure that the drivers do what they're supposed to do, because of course I told my parents, you guys are a salesperson's worst nightmare. So they have a headboard and footboard, and you have to drop the adjustable base in there, and they have to measure, and I don't know, I won't bore people with the mattress business lingo, but there's a lot that goes into it, and my parents are one of those customers that will take up hours of your time, and then they're just not ready to buy. So I pretty much did all the selling yesterday. The salesperson just kind of had to get us the good price. But I said, hey, go take care of your ups. Go sell some things. I'll tell them the differences between the beds. So
well, there.
Whatever. That's enough of that. I don't want to bore people. But yeah, it was a long day. I was tired. But it was good that we did get some baiting in. And then I spent 4 to 6 hours with my parents, which was nice. But I'm just tired.
Are you sure it was nice, or are you just being nice by saying that?
No,
I'm just kidding.
They come up to my little apartment and give me groceries, and then they're off to a concert. I think they were seeing Trans-Siberian Orchestra for their anniversary. So to my mom and stepdad, and they've been married for 25, 30 years.
Wow, that's pretty good. So that means they've been married for 25, 30 years. So that means you must be turning like 27 tomorrow, right?
Again and again and again, each and every year.
Susan said, did you get an ice cream cone?
No, I did not. I was very pissed off.
Well, they could at least have gotten you an ice cream cone for all that work.
Yeah. As long as they're comfortable, and once it gets delivered, you never hear the end of it. Or, I mean, you do hear the end of it. I'm thinking we won't hear the end of it. It won't be comfortable. They'll have to return it, get something different. It'll start all over. Trust me, I know. I know.
Hopefully not.
When I worked as a salesperson selling furniture, and the company at the time was trying to be very forgiving and let people try mattresses, and there was no limit on how many times they could return it, and get a different mattress. They were doing that to obviously one up the competition, who normally offers 30-day comfort trials and things like that. And I had a lady return the bed, I think 9 times within 2 months.
Wow.
It just wasn't right, and that's what I'm afraid. My mom will say, "Oh, it's a little harder than I thought. Oh, it's a little softer than what I thought." So we'll see.
Well, hopefully they'll be happy. They can get some sleep.
Oh, nice cat. So yeah, they must be on tour because Cat Lover Me is going to see them tonight. So I'm sure they're close to me because my parents were going. I know where they are, but I won't dox us all. Although anybody can look up Trans-Siberian Orchestra now and see what concert is where. But yeah, I actually went to high school with the guy in Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I've told this before. He lived next door to me, and I hung out with his sister. He was a couple years older than me, and he moved to L.A. in the, in the 90s, like right after high school, and he became a semi-rock star in a band called Sabotage, and then Sabotage started Trans-Siberian Orchestra and took him with him, and he's playing guitar for them. He's got long blonde hair. His name's Chris Caffrey. He used to live right next door to me. Goshen, New York.
Well, I wish he'd have you for a guest, and then I would definitely go to a Trans-Siberian Orchestra concert. If you were the special guest musician, that would be awesome.
He's so rich and famous now, and everybody knows Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I mean, I don't go to their shows, and I've seen them on YouTube, and I know they're great. And I'm a big fan of John Olivia, who was just an amazing singer and songwriter. Even when they did heavy metal, the albums were epic, and they all told a story. And he was just a great musician. And then obviously it was sad. His brother was a guitar player and died at a very young age, and they got my friend in there, and he doesn't remember me now. He's so rich and famous. I tried to send him on Facebook, and he's got millions of followers. He never gets back to me because I was trying to get my parents backstage. But whatever.
Well, that's probably why, like, maybe he is like, this guy hasn't talked to me in years now. He probably wants tickets.
Oh, that's awesome.
You have to think of it
exactly.
that way.
Well, you know what's funny, though? About, I don't know how long have I been on Facebook? 15 years. I joined Facebook maybe, and when you first joined Facebook, and I was late to the game. I didn't really do social media or any of that, but you start to look up people you went to high school with, and I lived in so many places. I forgot who went to what school with me, so I became friends with everybody from elementary school to middle school to high school. I mean, I lived in so many different towns, went to so many different high schools. I hooked up on Facebook with his sister again. And she had MS, I believe. And I was so selfish and didn't listen, and she was complaining about it. And then all of a sudden I get it. And I hung out with her in 7th and 8th grade. So I wonder if this is her fault. So I didn't really got to tell her, and now she won't talk to me. So
yeah, it's
whatever.
Definitely her fault. For sure.
Yeah, MySpace, Chester. I tried to get into my MySpace the other day, but I couldn't remember the password.
Is it still exist? You can still log into it?
Well, I said the other day, but it was actually 2 years ago, probably.
Oh.
And I don't know if it's been down since then or not, but it was up at the time. I was trying to see if I was still friends with that one guy, Tom. I think he was everybody's friend. He was always in, the first friend everybody got. So I miss him. So if anyone sees Tom, tell Tom to call in.
Yeah, Tom was cool. I haven't been on MySpace since Travis Alexander got killed. You know who that is? Travis Alexander. He got killed by Jodi Arias.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, like that was the last time I looked at MySpace because she had all these they had all these MySpace, like she had put posts about him, and I like wanted to see what she said. That was the last time I've been on MySpace.
Yeah, she's a little crazy, that one.
Just slightly.
Yeah, talking about relationships going wrong there.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm excited to hear from Chester because we haven't heard from him lately.
Yeah, I'm going through Chester withdrawals. I did watch his video yesterday. I missed his premiere, but it was a good one. It's always good. He's just so funny, and he can do it in such a classy way. So yeah, get him on. Enough of my rambling. Let's hear from Chester Draws with a better accent than me.
There's a really good channel. I forget the name of it now. I'll have to look. We'll see if Chester knows this channel, but it's these two guys sitting on a dock. and they're just telling dad jokes, and they're doing it like perfectly straight faced. And I think they're actually, the game is like for them not to laugh. So it's just like two dads on this dock discussing like, and they say it like seriously, like, you know what happened to me last night? And then they like tell a dad joke, and then they try not to laugh. But it makes me think of Chester every time I see it. It's pretty funny. I'll try to find the channel while, yeah,
I'd like to see that because I'm getting sick of. I love the prank channels, but I'm sick of all the scripted stuff out there. Like, I mean, the people are in on it, and it doesn't make it that real or that good to me when the other people are in on it. It's better when they're innocent bystanders and it's harmless, but just to get a reaction out of people. But when people are putting buckets on people's heads, and then they're chasing them, and then the guy just sits down with a bunch of girls and starts singing, and it's obvious that everybody's in on it. I just like it when it's, it's nobody knows what's happening. So this seems like it's at least real and entertaining, and maybe it's time to move on to something new like this because I'm getting tired of all the scripted pranks.
Okay, I found it. It's called Doc Talk. DOCKTOK. I think that's because it's a TikTok. Instead of TikTok, they did Doc Talk. And it's just them sitting on a dock, like I said, and straight face, like doing dad jokes. And it makes me think of Chester. They should definitely have Chester on there as a guest.
Are people following them, or is it catching on?
On YouTube they have 113,000 subs. So I'll say yes.
I would say people like them. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy I have. I get like one a day or one every week. I'm like, oh, people like me.
Yeah.
130. Wow, good for them.
I don't know about TikTok. I think they're more popular on TikTok. Actually, they probably have like millions or something, I guess.
Yeah, good for them. That's awesome. I'll check them out right after.
Yeah, but yeah, they're funny. Okay.
But I remember when I was a kid, like we lived in a small town in like upstate New York, and the cops were bored, so we would all hang out on the street, a bunch of us long-haired little fuckers, and we would have a paper bag, nothing in the bag, but as soon as we saw the cops, we would run. And then they would chase us, and then they would catch us, and we didn't have anything. So that's a prank. That's a prank. Yeah. The cops were not in on that. Of course, there were no cameras back then, so it didn't happen, I guess. But we did it. And then there was times where we were bored, and we would get like 10 people, and 5 people would be on one side of the street, 5 people would be on the other side of the street. Cars would drive by, and then when they drove by, we would all start like pretending we were having a tug of war. Of course, there was no rope across the street. It was just us doing an air tug of war, and cars would slam on the brakes. That was a prank. The cars weren't involved. Like, we actually caused an accident doing that. It was all real. But there was no camera, so it never happened.
Whoops. That sounds like a dramatic one.
I probably shouldn't have said that because I'm sure they're still looking for me because there was an accident and we ran, but nobody died.
Well, there you go, you cops that are watching.
Yeah, that's the end of that conversation. All right, where's Chester?
But I do, I'll get Chester. But I do remember one joke from the doc. So, like I said, it's these two guys on a dock, and I think they try not to laugh. I think that's the purpose. But they, like, tell the dad jokes like their normal conversation. And I just remember this one where he said, I was thinking, you know how we can get rid of the bugs at the church? And then the guy was like, how? And he's like, I don't know, let us spray. Get it? Let us spray?
I get it. I know you didn't hear me. Yes.
So that's what they do. And it's obviously it's hilarious because it's popular.
Maybe Chester could be a special guest
yeah.
for them.
I know, I would love to have Chester as a special guest, but I've never seen his face, so I don't know, maybe he wants to be too mysterious to guest host on their channel.
I mean, they could do. I'm sure they're big enough where they can do some kind of fancy editing where it's two guys on the dock talking to the little Chester with the blue hair that he has.
True.
But what do I know?
Well,
Hello?
this is Chester Drawers with breaking news. Chester reporting live from Florida.
No, I was. Not now. I was in a secret bunker on Tuesday, and it was so deep there was no phone or Wi-Fi. So apologies. I managed to escape just to sort of apologise to you, CJ and Take, and I apologise to everyone else. It wasn't to be on Tuesday, but I'm here.
And what happened in this bunker, or don't we want to know?
Top secret. If you Google Special Operations Room, Lambeth, in London, you'll see where I was.
Okay.
Anyway, how are you all? I've missed you, each and every one. I have missed you, and thank you for the lovely comments in chat. You are all wonderful people. CJ and TAGOW, you should be really proud of your chat. They are the business.
Yeah, our chat is awesome.
I think we are. But we're proud of knowing you and becoming closer and closer, and 7,000 miles distance, purely platonic relationship with you over the last year. It's just been an awesome ride, and you meet good people along the way, and you are definitely one of them.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much again. You want to hear some news, I guess, what I've been picking up on the news channels.
Yeah, I know it's tough because you've been bunkered down, but what do you got?
Yeah, hit us.
I'm
Which is not about the mice that you spent the day with locked up in that little bunker, but we'll see.
Yeah, it was the moles in the hole. I would love to have this job. There's a theme park in Spain. It's been closed for the last 2 years, but the staff still turn up. Even though the place is closed down, it's abandoned, no people, they still turn up. And if you want to go, it's Tivoli World in Benalmádena, in Spain. I can't pronounce it. South Spain, anyway, I think. And since 2019, when it closed down, the staff have still been turning up. They've been maintaining it, cleaning it, and everything is in pristine condition, except it's still closed. So I wish I had that job.
You do?
I'm still getting paid for it.
What job? Cleaning? That's the job you wish you had?
No.
Wait a minute. They go to work and they get paid still, even though it doesn't work?
Yeah. I mean, you got a whole amusement park to yourself. Just sort of play on the rides all day.
Who's paying them?
Well, the owners, I guess. I don't know who or why.
Sounds like there's a glitch there that they haven't fixed the glitch yet, and they're still getting paid.
Yeah.
So the park shut down, but all right, we'll definitely check that out and apply. We'll all apply.
Yeah, let's apply.
There's 87 of them, and as I said, they're in a bit of a grey area.
Well, good for them. Good for them for riding it out. But I bet you it's going to be short-lived now. And now that you've exposed them and people are listening, they're going to fix the glitch and they're going to stop getting their paycheck. So it's going to work itself out.
Oh, I'm obviously not going to be able to go to Spain for holidays now.
Those people are going to be looking for you. It's your fault.
Yeah, Betty, it looks like I'll be back in Florida again. So I hope you don't mind. It's a lovely, cute little story. Single people and those doing long distance journeys can now get an emotional support bear for $160. Basically, it's a giant teddy bear. Now, looking at the pictures, I think it's a guy dressed up in a teddy bear suit who's cuddling up to, well, the pictures show very nice looking women. So I'll leave it at that. But,
what does that mean?
Why wouldn't you want that job?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. For those of you that want to know more, I've just posted the link. So if you're tired or long distance or lonely, you can get a human-sized emotional support bear, and it says it's perfect for the lonely. Now, I've been watching the internet for a number of years, and apart from the face, I'm sure I've seen these more, but they more lend themselves to needing a puncture repair kit. But I'll leave it at that.
So, yeah, I think I'll leave it at that too. You brought me back to my childhood when I was at Disneyland, and the Goofy character was groping me, and I got scared. Those big puppets scare the hell out of me. They always have. So we'll leave it at that. Leave it at that. A fake comfort bear, but I guess that's safer in a way than having a real bear.
Yep.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, not just talking an aside. You've seen the trailers for a new film. I think it's called Pablo Escobar Bear. It's basically based on a relatively true story. Pablo Escobar.
Heard of him.
Yep. In the day, he used to have a sort of a zoo, but there was an aircraft flying over somewhere in South America, got picked up, and the pilot dumped a load of cocaine out of the window, and it fell onto a bear who consumed it, went crazy, and started terrorizing. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. Yeah, thank you very much.
Was that from
much, everyone? That's just, I saw that on videos that come up on my feed.
So let me ask you about that last story, because that's a good one.
Right.
Is that something you just created, like that it didn't happen, or can I look that up? Because that sounds like a wonderful story.
It's it's a film. It's been released. Super Tushkan says his pet hippos escaped, now live in the wild. Can believe that. Lisbeth, triple word score, as I also know her as, says cocaine bear. I thought it was Pablo Escobar.
Oh, I got to see that. I got to see that. You just got them a sale. I need to see that movie.
Yeah. Moving on. Anyone in New Zealand needs a car?
Yes.
Yep, but you don't live in New Zealand.
How do you know? I don't know. Have I lost my New Zealand accent in all this time that I've been scam baiting? Shoot.
Yeah.
Don't dock CJ. You don't know where she is.
Oh, yeah, that's true. There's a New Zealand property owner who's standing out with his buy my house, get a free Tesla offer. So there is a bit of a catch. So if you wanted a new car, the house is a 7-bedroom, 5-bathroom property, and it's been on the market for weeks. The owner, I think he was trying to sell the property for $1.8 million. It doesn't say whether that's New Zealand or US, but let's assume it's $1.8 million. He's thrown in the offer of a car as a bonus. So if you need a car and you're looking for a house, this is the guy to go and see.
Awesome.
Wow. Well, I need both of those things, so I'm down.
Lastly, on the news front, Taylor Swift obviously is in the top of the charts currently, and has been for a number of weeks following her new album. This is particularly in Australia, but there's some competition to take her off the hotspot. It's an album called The Songs of Disappearance, and it features the calls of 43 frog species to raise awareness for the country's declining frog population.
What country?
So yeah, there's a move to knock Taylor off her top spot with an album of 43 frogs croaking, literally and figuratively.
Oh, what country is this that has a frog problem?
Australia.
Australia? I thought they were like swimming in animals in Australia.
Yep, there's a quote from ABC Australia Radio Canberra saying, "We need to get as many pre-orders as possible to knock those guys off the charts." So she says, speaking about the falling number of frogs, the sounds are probably something we'll never get to hear in the wild again. So she's hoping that hoping these calls, particularly those threatened species, actually ignite the spark in people to make sure that future generations can hear these calls and we don't rob them of that opportunity. So maybe we can do an album, just going ribbit.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. Especially if we get everyone here in chat together, we could just record it on Discord.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. That would be easy enough. I don't get why people would want to listen to that, but I guess it's more of a, is it more of a, charity thing, like Save the Frogs, than it is, the Sound of Frogs?
I've no idea. I guess so. It seems to me that if they want to beat Taylor Swift off the top spot on the radio charts, that's going to be a heck of a lot of downloads. Or I'm not even sure if you can buy singles nowadays. Well, other means are available. And if it is a charity thing, yeah, it's going to go to them. So good luck to them.
Since I've seen a frog. like years. I'm just thinking about it. You don't see frogs just ribbiting and hopping around the streets of New York. I don't know.
Well, I can tell you the reason why. It's all those French restaurants you have.
So I don't eat there, so I'm good on that. So it's every time I go to a French restaurant, it's like, we're serving continental breakfast, and that means nothing. Continental means you get nothing. That's what I've learned. That's just another word for we're not cooking today. You get nothing. You get a roll and a slab of fruit or something. So yeah, I stay out of those continental breakfast places. And maybe for lunchtime they have frogs. I don't know, but yeah, you don't see frogs.
Yeah. So that was very, very quickly a roundup of the silly news. Oh, there was one other item of news. Thank you, Take, for sending it to me.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about that. I think I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, yeah. There's a Buddhist temple that's running out of monks. Basically because they've all failed drug tests. It's just in Thailand, and it follows a string of criminal scandals involving monks in there, and authorities are reporting record-breaking quantities of synthetic drugs. So they did drug tested these monks, and they're all testing positive, so they've kicked them out.
So the story, I kind of just saw the headline and thought it was interesting, but so let's recap. Monks were actually doing meth, because it said that there's a monk monastery that doesn't have any monks now because they're all drug tested positive for meth.
Yep. And well, I'm guessing that's so that it can help them into their transcendental state and flying.
Well, it seems like such a boring job. I mean, they just kind of chill there, and they don't see anybody. I mean, I'm not going to judge them, but it's just sad that a monastery doesn't have monks at the moment. I did go to Burger King not too long ago, and they ran out of Whoppers, and they are the home of them. And I flipped out. So I kind of understand why people might be upset about this.
Yeah. Well,
they ran out of Whoppers. How is that possible?
Exactly. Well, then I went to Dunkin' Donuts and they were out of donuts. Who does this? It was like the worst day of my life.
Well, I've been to a donut shop recently, and they ran out of the holes that they put in the donuts.
I told the scammer. I said, "You're so stupid. You tried to return a donut because there was a hole in it." Yeah.
Meth is a big problem, but at least these monks,
for some.
At least some of the affected monks from this temple are all undergoing rehab at the moment.
Okay, good. Good.
But following on from that, there's another monk in Thailand. Says he's dreamed of watching Manchester United football at Old Trafford ever since he saw them playing as a TV as a boy. But since becoming a monk and moving into a monastery, that's out of the question. He can't watch TV anymore. So maybe that's another reason why they were all going to psychoactive substances.
That's what I'm saying. Until you have that life, it's hard to judge. But yeah, I mean, you have to kind of. I guess we look at them as needing some integrity and living a pure life, and that's the vow they take. But hey, we're not there, and they're doing rehab, and that's one of the few happy endings that are coming out of Thailand. That is truly a happy ending. So good, awesome story.
Yeah.
Thank you for diving into that one.
Yeah, no problems at all. Dad joke time.
Yep.
Absolutely. It's always anytime you want.
Before Dad joke time, you're going to be here on Tuesday, right? Because it's our 1-year anniversary.
Yes.
Okay, great.
I've cleared the timetable.
Okay, awesome.
You got to tell your whoever you're working for on the side, doing your secret jobs with your overcoat and your hat and being a spy or whatever you do. Don't cancel, please, because that's the time we really want to talk to you about what you've been doing for the last year, your channel, the amazing work that you're putting out, and we won't, go into it now, but it's your time to shine. We don't give you enough credit. You do a great job talking, entertaining us, laughing, but we don't really plug your channel and we don't play clips, and you deserve it, and we really want to show people what you're all about, and we'll wait till Tuesday to do anything further.
You're so nice. Does this mean I'm not going to be paid?
No, we do it. Well, you never know. If you get fired, maybe it's the amusement park method. Maybe you'll still get a check. You don't have to come do the show anymore, but you'll still get paid. But we'll work that out with CJ. She's the one with all the big bucks.
Yeah, well, the Dunkin' Donut coupons have stopped arriving. But you should be getting one soon. It's your birthday.
Yeah, tomorrow's his birthday.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, CJ's classy. I mean, the way she cuts out the coupons from the newspapers and sends them to us in the post.
Yeah, payment. You're welcome. Enjoy.
Yeah, send me a $5 coupon cut out from a magazine. I can put it on eBay and sell it for $4, and somebody will get it for me. Thank you.
There you
go. Absolutely. Anyway, CJ,
yes.
Why do some couples go to the gym?
Because they're fat.
Well, there's that. But basically, it's because they want their relationship to work out.
But
you get that. I get that one. Some of the gyms around here, real quick though, I do go into the gym sometimes because if there's a long line at the convenience store, the gym actually has a vending machine that has candy and soda. Go figure that one out.
Yeah. That's sponsored by.
Right. They don't care about your health. They're all about making money. And they know people are going to buy candy and soda even when they're there to work out.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is Peter Pan always flying? And it's not
Because
the
there's
meth.
too much traffic to drive.
No. Because he never lands.
Oh,
Neverland. Too
Uh,
much traffic is a better answer, I think.
yeah.
I would fly if I could.
I used to hate facial hair, but then it grew on me.
But ching.
You get that one. I get it.
How do celebrities like you, CJ, stay cool?
Just be myself. I'm naturally cool.
Yeah, there's that. But you also have many fans.
But ching. Don't know about that one, but don't think that's true. But that's okay. We'll keep moving.
Okay. Did you know that Sundays are always a little sad, but the day before is a sadder day?
Now that's good. That's some clever shit right there.
Yeah, not mine, but I'll take it.
Whoever wrote that joke needs a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah. Wonder if there's people out writing jokes, like dad jokes, like today I'm going to write dad jokes, and that's how they spend their day. I wonder if that's how it works, or if it just pops into their head, or what.
Yeah, but their full-time job is greeting card messages.
Ah, there you go. That makes sense.
That's a great job. Greeting card writer.
Oh dear. Take is going to be a bit road rage. I've been thinking about taking up meditation. I figure it's better than sitting around doing nothing.
You could always be a monk.
Yeah, that's true. Last one, because I think I'm boring the audience.
No.
I don't think ever. I mean, if I said what you're saying now, yes, but because you have such a classy voice, I think you're good.
No.
They could listen to you forever.
Yeah, definitely face for radio. Dogs can't operate MRI machines, but cats can.
That's a good one.
There's a lot of good ones there today.
Yeah, I like that one the best so far. That was a good one.
Okay. I like the Saturday one.
Yeah, I like
and the
that
Sunday one.
I promise this is the last one unless you ask me for an encore. It takes guts to be an organ donor.
Why?
It takes guts.
Oh. Yeah. I thought about that when I had an organ removed. I'm like, oh, well, at least I have less guts to hate now.
That's good, too.
I don't know if you know, but before I went into all this business that I'm in now, I used to work in the bank, and on my first day, a woman came in and asked me to check her balance, so I pushed her over.
That sounds fun. That's a fun day.
Everyone's asking for encore, or was that the encore you pushed her over? Do another encore.
Okay. How does a penguin build his house?
With ice.
Nearly. He glues it together. It glues it together.
Igloos. Oh, okay.
That's funny.
Why is cold water so insecure?
Because it's not hot.
Yeah. Cha-ching.
Finally got one.
Yeah. I was going to. I mean, this is my last one. I was really deciding on whether to do dad joke. So I was going to tell a time travel joke, but you guys didn't like it.
Because we saw the future of it.
No, you guys didn't like it.
You
almost got me in that one. I had to think about it. I like that one. It's like one of those riddles that you get on the back of cereal boxes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love it.
And this is the final one, I promise, until someone asks.
You've said that 5 times.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just looking at chat. You
got the most standing ovation encores I've ever seen.
Yeah. This one's for you, Take. Stop looking for the perfect match. Use a lighter. Oh no, you can't. You can't.
That's actually very applicable to Take in a lot of ways.
I'll never live that down. Trying to do a good thing.
Have you found him yet?
No, it's a girl, and when I find her, I'm going to check her balance.
Absolutely.
But yeah. But I was just having this conversation with someone the other day. Who the hell would use matches anymore? Use a lighter if you don't give it to a crackhead who runs off with it. I feel like matches are like the caveman days, but people prefer matches. They like the smell. They like the 50% chance that you're not going to have to light another one because it's going to blow out. I don't know. I can't deal with matches. But thank you, Liz.
Thank you so much, Liz.
Hey, it's all round to Takes tomorrow for the Dunks coupon.
Yeah, that was so nice. Thank you so much.
Really, this is the last one. I promise.
Okay.
Well, I think Betty Bam Bam will stay. She's happy. Keep them coming.
I told my doctor I heard buzzing, but he said it's just a bug going round.
That's a good one.
Okay, I think that's I've bored everyone silly on my dad jokes. I hope everyone is having a really good day. Although I hear in the States it's snowing.
Depends
somewhere
on what part
probably
of the
is
States.
not where I am.
Thank you, MJ. Yeah, it depends on what part of the States you're in. Thank you so much, MJ.
The United States is a big place. It could be, sunny, and you could be tanning in one state, and then the other state could be having a tsunami. It's just, we have all weather here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I would disagree with you about the size of the US. I mean, I'm looking at my British Empire Book of the World, and UK is 3 times the size of the rest of the world, and all the colonies are still painted coloured red.
No. And I wanted to ask you about that, actually. Is there some kind of like secret plan that England is having to grow again? Like, do you think they're going to try to get world domination once again? Or is that a conversation for another time?
Yeah, world domination, certainly by the number of prime ministers. So we're sort of increasing those on a pretty much monthly basis.
Because you guys went backwards, you know that. I mean, you had everything, and now you have a little tiny island type of thing. So
I'm sorry, you didn't like RT.
You had everything at one point. You had everything. You guys went backwards. That's not how you do it. You're supposed to grow. You don't get smaller. That's what she said. Anyway, I'm rambling. But it's always good to hang with you, brother.
Yeah, no problems. It's good. And if you want me to annoy everyone, I'm quite happily stay a little bit longer. Although I'll put the mute button on.
No, you're more than welcome. I mean, it's I don't know how CJ does it with the with all the tech savvy stuff. We'll have Peter on in a little while, and I'm cool. I'd love having you.
Sure.
But it's just if CJ can work it out or not.
We're going to discuss India, so you're welcome to stay. I know you're an expert in that subject.
And I'm looking forward to speaking with him too. So I mean, you might have questions for him. He's a cool guy. He answers questions, and he's over there. So any specific type of questions, of course, he's out of the life. But I mean, you do get a firsthand. You hear more being right there than you do get on Google and things like that. So he's just a really cool guy to talk with, and I'm looking forward to it.
I talked to him in chat. You guys and each and every one, a bit overtime. Apologies to Peter for I've extended my time slot. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe. Play nicely.
Yeah, but you're staying. So I don't know why you're saying
so you're
bye.
staying or going?
Yeah. Why are you saying bye if you're staying?
You're confusing me. It's just like saying you're going to leave after the next joke and you still stay.
I know. I'm confused myself.
All right, just chill with us. How about that?
Yeah, just chill.
If you got time.
I'm chilling.
Okay. All right. It's probably time for a break.
Yeah.
A take break.
Yeah, it's time for a take break. And so Chester, we usually mute, listen to the take break. And then when we come back, we'll add Peter to this wonderful conversation.
Yeah. And you can go to sleep. This video is a little boring. But I did get to talk to the auto parts scammers, and I didn't talk to them for 6 months. So I was very heated to talk with him after 6 months of not seeing an auto parts scam. So that's what's in this one.
Did they fix your car?
And I did have to edit down. Oh, I think I actually put subtitles in one of them because this Rundy was yelling at me that I was bothering her. So I did my best.
Did you fix your car? He said.
Fix my what?
Car.
Car?
Yeah.
Oh, the auto parts scam that we were talking. No, I didn't give him time to talk. He tried to sell me parts, but you'll see how it goes.
Cool. Okay, here we go. Let's take our take break.
All right. Apologize for the F words.
Hang up on me. The reminder is over. You want to keep talking? It's $5.99 a minute. Go ahead, please. My abuse is not free.
Hello.
Hi, is this PayPal?
Hello.
Thank you.
You motherfucker, is this a PayPal?
Why are you so mad? It's just a question.
Thank you for calling Amazon. How may I help you?
Oh, I was just wondering, do you ever feel bad about what you're doing? And do your parents know?
Sure. With whom you are speaking?
I'm speaking with a dumb fuck who apparently is crazy enough to think he works at Amazon, who hurts people on a daily basis. Do you want to answer my questions or not? I guess not.
Thank you for calling customer support. This is David. How may I help you?
You dumb fuck, get a job. You sound ridiculous. Like, really stupid. You have to know that, right?
What happened, sir? Tell me.
Well, I'm asking you what happened. Like, what led you to this point where you think it's okay to sit there and pretend to be an Amazon employee? You sound so stupid.
Okay. Thanks for your compliment, sir.
Oh, okay. Koi baat nahi. Tumhara asli naam kya hai? Go ahead, please. Okay, I'll call you back. Tum mujhe block nahi kar sakte. Maybe you'll get some more English by then. Fir milenge.
Thank you for calling Amazon. How may I help you?
You realize what you do hurts people, right? You're like a murderer. Somebody just killed themselves because they were scammed by Amazon impersonators. You're a fucking loser, Rundy. Get a job. Fir milenge. Hang up the phone, you stupid bitch.
I'm sorry, sir. What happened?
You happened, you fucking bitch. Hang up the phone and get a job. Fir milenge. Baad mein milte hai, chalti Rundy. Go back to Sonagats.
I already have a job, sir.
You don't have a job. You sit there and pretend to work at Amazon. Why are you pretending still at this point in the conversation? How stupid are you? Am I talking to the stupidest person in the world? Why would you sit there and try to pretend and sell me that you work at Amazon? You are so stupid, Bevacoop. Like, really fucking stupid. Get a fucking job, Rundy. Get a job. Shut up. You're embarrassing yourself.
Thank you for calling PayPal beside Sandy Brown. How may I help you today?
Hey, this is PayPal today, right?
How can I help you?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was supposed to call you about something. You can help me? You're PayPal, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Can I go over my problem? It came in an email.
Okay, can you please help me out with the email so I can help you out, sir?
Oh, absolutely. This is PayPal, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, keep saying it. This is PayPal, and then you might believe it. Man, you are stupid, Bevakoof. Get a job. You sound ridiculous. You have to know that. Right?
All right, sir. Have a nice night.
Okay, bohapahat donyavad. I'll call you right back 1,000 times. Firmilinge.
All right.
Okay, talk to you soon. Hang up the phone. We're done here. Jesus, Bevakoof. Do you want to talk? He doesn't want to talk. Aw.
Thank you for calling PayPal support. This is Jim Miller. How may I help you today?
I can barely hear you. Are you there?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, but your phones are terrible today. I don't know what's going on. I've been on the phone all morning with Geek Squad scammers, Norton scammers, PayPal scammers have the worst phones ever. What's going on, Gandu? You guys aren't making any rupee. You're not paying your phone bills or something. I don't know.
You're being connected.
Connected with who? A dumb fuck?
Sir.
Madam.
Sir, may I know what's your concern?
My concern are people like you in this world that can sit there and pretend to work at PayPal and hurt innocent people. Tumara asinam kya hai, loser? You want to talk?
Sir, may I know what's your concern?
I told you, you are my concern, Gandu. Get a job, and then I'll have no more concerns. Man, you're stupid, Gandu. Like, really stupid. Tumara asinam kya hai?
Sir, my name is Jim Miller.
Oh, I asked for your real name. I don't know why you understood me, but you gave me your fake American name. You want to try it again? Aapka naam kya hai?
Sir, what's your concern so I can help you out?
Kya kaha?
Have you connect with your official PayPal?
Kya kaha? Oh, I see what you're doing there.
Thank you for calling PayPal support. This is Austin Smith. How may I help you today?
Austin Smith, I called before and the phones were really bad. I figured I would give you guys another shot. The phone seems better now. Can you hear me okay? Austin?
Thank you for calling PayPal. This is Jack. How may I help you today?
Oh, Mr. Off, can you help me?
Sorry, come again?
Oh, that's what your mom says. Can you help me? Mr. Off, are you there? That didn't go so well.
Thanks for the Amazon. Can I help you today?
Hi, is Daniel there?
Yes, sir, I can hear you. How may I help you, sir?
Yeah, I was looking for Daniel. I was working with Daniel. I had a problem with my Amazon.
Okay, I'm sorry to see, but you're breaking up, sir. You're breaking up so much.
Yeah, your phone is not good. I don't know if you want to call me back or what. I'll try to reach Daniel.
Can I help you, sir?
Well, you can't hear me. The phone is breaking up, right?
Sir, sometimes it's breaking up, sir.
Do you understand? You know why it's breaking up so much? Do you know why?
Yes, sir.
It's breaking up because somebody's call flooding your little call center right now. You're getting 1,000 calls a minute to your phones because you're scamming people. That's why your phones suck, Gandu. You need to find a job. Get out of this racket. You're no good at this. You're too stupid. I can hear it in your voice. Tumara asinam kya hai? I can't understand you. I can't understand you, Gandu.
Okay.
I can't understand you.
Okay.
Kya kaha?
Okay.
Kya kaha?
Okay.
Okay, you understand me now? Oh, I will fuck off. I'll fuck back on again and again and again. You don't even know what you're in for, Gandu. No rupee today for you.
Hey, Gandu.
Tumara asinam kya hai, loser?
Tumhare papa.
You're so stupid. No wonder why you're scamming people. It's not because you live in India. It's because you're a loser, no matter where you are.
Yes, I'm living in California.
Oh, right. Do you believe that? Because I don't.
You don't? Then that's your problem, not mine.
Is this Daniel? Is your name Daniel?
Yes, my name is Daniel.
So you missed me, huh? We talked a few times earlier today. Any more thought to getting a job and not being a loser? Or are you fine being a loser?
All right. You want to give me a job?
No, I don't want to give you a job. Not at all. Why would I trust you around my stuff? You'd steal everything from me. You're a criminal. You're stealing from people you don't even know. How stupid is that?
Yes.
How stupid? I mean, you don't feel stupid about that?
All right. Listen to me carefully.
You didn't answer my question, though, Gandu.
Are you married?
You didn't answer my question.
Are you married or not?
I don't understand you.
I'm asked that I'm married guy or not.
I kind of understand, but my question is, do you feel stupid and wrong that you steal from people you'll never meet in this lifetime? That's cowardly, if you ask me.
No problem.
Like, why don't you be a man and go up to somebody and steal their money face to face? You're like a little bitch. Sit there on the phone and swindle people. Where's the courage there? You want?
Stop calling me.
Hello?
Let me do my work.
Hello?
Let me do my work.
What's your work?
Do not disturb.
What? Can you tell me what your work is?
My work is to fuck you.
Thank you for calling Amazon. This is Susan. How can I help you?
Susan, we got disconnected, you dumb bitch. I'm doing you a favor. It's me again. Go ahead, please.
अरे क्या चाहता क्यों मेरे को परेशान कर रहा है चला जाए यार अभी नहीं है दिमाग खराब करने के लिए तेरे साथ वक्त
Oh, okay. Yeah, you sound lovely. Your parents must be proud.
Thank you for calling AutoPart. My name is Nathan. How may I help you today?
Hey, we haven't talked in a long time. How you been?
I'm doing great, sir. How about you today?
I'm doing good. Yeah, Meitikun. We talked about 6 months ago, and I didn't see you guys around much longer. It's good to see you back.
Yeah, sir. Even we are happy to talk to you, sir. We were just slightly busy, so that's the reason.
I thought
sir,
you guys...
how can I help you, sir? Are you looking out to buy any auto parts, sir?
You keep talking. I'm trying to tell you. I thought you guys got arrested, Chuthia. I really thought you guys got shut down and you all went to jail behind the bars. You're back, though.
Okay.
You remember me?
Sir,
Midanam Adhikari Raj Patelhe. Yeah, Tumap?
No,
Tumada
sir.
Asinam Kyahe.
I don't remember.
Listen, you're terrible at this scam. It didn't work 6 months ago, and it will not work now. I will not let you scam anybody. I'm watching you. Watch. Ask the people in New Delhi what happened to them last time they tried this. Good luck.
I'm gonna
Good luck.
disconnect this call.
I think you should,
as you are
Gandu.
using
Bye. Firmilinge.
Spring support, may I help you?
Hey, do your parents know what you're doing? Would you be embarrassed if they knew that you were a scammer? Or you don't care?
Can you hear me now?
No, I can't hear you now. I can't hear you at all. Is anybody there?
Yeah. Hello?
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 Oh, you can hear me. I think you can hear me, Gandu. Tumada Asinam Kyahe. Keep going, Gandu. Keep going. No victims here. You want to talk? Tumada Asinam Kyahe. Hello?
You are currently the only person in this conference.
Hello? I'm in a conference. I'm by myself. It's lonely. You called to put me in a conference by myself. How stupid is that? A conference isn't something you do by yourself. A conference means more than one people and you converse about things. What's wrong with you guys? I know you can hear me. That was weird.
You are connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of a time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers, and man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, then I'll call this number again, okay?
Okay, we are back. That wasn't a boring take break at all.
Yeah.
Hi, Peter. Thank you for
What's up,
joining
Peter?
us.
Hi, Dick. How are you? Hi, CJ.
Good.
Hi.
How have you been?
Great. I was just busy with my life. Watching you was like you really get on their nerves.
It's about all I can do. I don't have any other skills. So they told me in high school I would never be anything. So at least I'm I'm bothering criminals. So thank you for the compliment. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
So since the last time we talked, I mean, you sound your English is definitely. I mean, not that it wasn't good then, but you definitely sound like you've progressed with English. Do you find that? You probably don't, because it's like small. Like every day you get better. But I mean, you sound very like I'm speaking to somebody who speaks perfect English.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You spent a lot of time
And what
talking to
what
me
people
while I was
might
in
not
India.
know is, I mean, Hindi's not your first language, right? Aren't you? Don't you speak Bangla?
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
first language.
Right. So you know 3 languages now that I know of.
He
You might know
knows
more.
5. He knows 5 languages.
5. Jeez.
Yeah.
Good for you. Congratulations. But hi ho.
He knows Punjabi as well, and what's that other one? I always forget the name.
That's Bhojpuri.
Yeah. He knows.
Also, we'll have to get each other's Discord and I think we are friends on Discord, but we'll talk more privately, and you can help me translate and listen to me sing Sidhu Moosewala, who raps in Punjabi.
Oh, yeah, sure. I would love to.
Cool.
Chester's on the line too. Chester, you're still there, right?
Chester Jaws.
I think he's still here.
It's alright, probably
Yeah,
sleeping.
he's still here, but I think
Yeah.
he's on mute.
He must be.
He's got a little bit of a problem. I think he put meth in his tea. So who knows where he is right now.
Well, yeah, so we have a lot of things we want to talk about. We want to talk about kind of how the debt system works in India, because I know you're dealing with that. But before we talk about that, I'm working on a video for this on Monday, so I don't want to get into every detail, but I did want to ask you on air because maybe people didn't realize about how that Indian channel screwed me over because you witnessed it, didn't you?
Yeah, that was really horrific what happened with you, because we never imagined they could do this kind of thing after we did all those things to them. Like we did a lot of things for them. They even asked us like, do you need money? Like they thought we are going to ask the money as we are like as you're from US, so they thought like, oh, it's a foreign collaboration, so they must be asking for money. They must be asking. They even asked me, remember? Like, are you guys going to take any money? Are you going to charge for it? And we clearly told them that no, it's a new channel and it's all about Indian people. It's all about everyone to know what scams are so that they can know about it. They can get aware of that. If their family members are going to see, in India we have a job shortage. It's not like we get graduated and we get a job anywhere. First of all, in India, if someone gets if someone has a higher degree, like someone gets an engineer's degree or someone, they don't want to work in McDonald's or any Domino's. They feel like they're undervalued. They feel like it's a shame. It's that's where we are getting behind. We are going behind after every country, like especially after first world country. What I see, what I like the best about, what I like most about US, UK, these are the countries which are in first world countries. They don't mind working anywhere as long as they are getting paid. But in India, it's not the same. We don't have a minimum wage rules. we have various law, but none of these companies are following anything. They don't follow anything. So getting a job is difficult, and that's why we thought if we can aware this Indian audience, if somehow if we get Indian audience, they get to know what scams are. So if their son or daughter is working for a company, they should ask like how what company you're working for, what their duties are, what your duties are there. So that's how they get to know like whether their kids are working, whether their son or daughter are working in a fraud company or a genuine company. Because in India, we don't ask our kids like where you working. Mostly they don't care as long as they're making money. Because they think like everyone think their son can't do fraud. Because for them, their kid is the best one. And it's
Yeah.
normal. So they
Yeah,
don't
so that's
judge
what
their kids as a scammer.
So what he's saying is that's why I went there, is because it's a large Indian channel. So I traveled there, and I put on Twitter how I paid money. I didn't like pay them money. I just paid a large, I feel like a large amount to travel there and stay there at my expense. And Peter was there the whole time. He witnessed how they agreed. I explained to them what I was doing there. I wanted some Indian traffic so we can make sure that Indians are more aware of the scams, like as a work together thing. And they completely agreed. They agreed multiple times to, use the videos to drive traffic to my channel. And then they released the first video. They made zero effort to give me credit or drive any traffic to my channel. So then I asked them, like, please do not release the second video until we can discuss this, because I'm very unhappy with the way things turned out. And the first video had millions of views on Facebook anyway, not on YouTube. I think it had like 800,000 or 900,000 on YouTube, and on Facebook it had like 6-7 million. And he was like, sure, I will. And then he did it, and he released the second one. So definitely it was a case of I got used and basically scammed, because my expectations, like, they deceived me for sure. So anyway, I won't talk anymore about that, but I just wanted to say that on the record with you, because you were privy to all those conversations, and you can tell. I mean, I'm not telling Peter what to say, but he was there. Thank you so much, BB.
It was absolutely no need to go there. We went to Chennai just to collab with them, and I personally had words with them, because you don't know Hindi, and though they talk to me in English, but still they can't understand your accent, because they are not that good in English. So in Chennai, they're very much into their own Tamil language. Like, they don't like speaking any other language. So that's the main problem. Like, they don't want to. Basically, they don't want to. They're like, everyone loves their mother tongue, but they are too much into it. Like, they don't want to learn any other language. And if they know English, it's not that good. So I had to deal with that guy, and that guy was behaved super good. He was like, oh yeah, sure, brother. No, he even called me brother every time. And that's how he did. When that video came out, I was the first one. I saw those people are commenting on that video like, oh my god, you did a great job. You trained a US lady how to act in your channel. It's like people immediately start thinking like he hired someone from US,
right? Like I'm an
trained
actress.
her, like,
like I'm a hired actress instead of a collab. So it was definitely terrible. Sorry to overtake the conversation with this. Really sorry. But I just
I get it.
Yeah, I was
it's important.
I was real upset. I was real upset. So I did want to say that, because a lot of people saw the second video and saw where they put my name, but it was not at all what we agreed on, and they even have since cut that out. So my name is not even in the second video at all. No link or anything. So
yeah, I really think, CJ, this kind of people doesn't have spines. Like they don't have spine. They just have like after he did all these things, which is I feel shame on him. Like, how can he do that? Like, he has millions of followers. He should be thankful to God. And we didn't. It's not like we asked him for money, and he's even said that. You should tell your audience what he said to you. Like, we didn't ask you for any money.
Right.
He acted like he did a favor collabing with you, which is not true.
Yeah, he said, oh, so you want me to promote you without, you want me to just
Any
promote
money.
you without any money? And I was like, yeah. But anyway, okay, well, we'll get back to the topic about India, but I appreciate y'all listening, but that's really what happened. And Peter can testify because he saw the whole thing. And I'm doing a video more about on Monday about getting scammed when you don't lose money, because there are other ways to get scammed. Sorry, go ahead, take.
This scam with our trust and everything.
So, in the beginning of our little stream here, you played like a classic clip of yours, CJ, and Peter was there. Is that the first time you guys met?
We met, yeah, it was just about a week or two before that we met, and then we recorded that video, yeah. So that was
Peter,
a year ago.
Like, at that time, you were still working in the call centers, right? Or I should say, like, I mean, you were there hurting people.
No.
Oh, I thought...
I didn't get you. I didn't get you what you just said.
I thought you had met CJ when she was doing the scam baiting thing, and you had a heart, and you had called her, and that's how you guys became friends.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like I called her, and I was trying to pitch for 100 or something. I took her to her computer, and all of a sudden I saw someone else's access there, and they're trying to get all the money out of it. So I was like, "Ma'am, I'm the good scammer. I might pitch for $100, but they are going to take all the money out of your account." And she gets confused, like, why all of a sudden someone wants to help me, while their job is to scam others too. And I was like, "Ma'am, I'm doing it for." Now I started working in a genuine call centers. Now I have left with no choice. I have this hell lot of debt on my head, and I have to do it. And in India, it's not like we had a very long conversation that day. Like I explained her, and then she told me, "Oh, I'm a scambaiter," and I had literally had to Google it, because that was the first time I heard about scam baiting, because I had no idea what scam baiting was that time.
And would you say that's like one of the turning points in your life was when CJ had called you, and then you called her back, and you kind of felt sad that somebody was going to steal all this money from her?
Yeah, surely. I did that because I can proudly say, like, see, I don't blame this call center industry. I've been into this industry for a long time before I met CJ. But what we did, nowadays, why this tech support call centers are getting raided? You know why? Because they are getting greedy. Things were not like this when it started. When it started, it was like they had proper technicians in office. They used to hire proper technicians with technical knowledge. And what they do, first we call you as a caller. Suppose I'm working there as a call center agent. I'm telling you the exact process, how it started and how it's running right now, and why it needs to get stopped now. Because things are totally different. Okay, when it started back in 2006 or 7, when it started and when it's get more popular between 10 to 13, 2010 to 13, what they used to do, They used to have a LLC registered company by the name of any friends or anyone. There are third party companies, if you Google it, they register LLCs for you, so you can manage your LLC staying in India just by paying some money to them. So what they used to do, they hire you as a they hire you as a caller. They give you a proper 7 days training. I'm not kidding. I used to work. My very first job was in a wizard marketing company that was rated by Microsoft. So that company, what they used to do, they never let you use their ma- any other company's name like Microsoft. They always use their own company's name. My pitch was back in that time. My pitch used to be like that. Hi, my name is Eric, or my name is Peter, my name is Mike, whatever, any alliance name, and my name is Mike. I'm calling you from this company, and the reason I'm calling you, ma'am, is like your computer. We started receiving some errors and warning reports. We never said like Amazon. We never allowed to use this kind of name. If we use this kind of name, immediately someone who's barging our call will come to us and just ask us like, why you use this name? Do you work for that company? No, and they are going to scold us so bad that we get scared. That was called. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, you've made a lot of great points, and I mean, I have a lot of questions on everything you just said. So, are you saying that back in 2006, 2007, there was more fear of the scammers saying, "Okay, I can't use a company like Microsoft's name because I'll get shut down easily." Now, to me, it seems like we would call it the Wild West. It seems like nobody's scared. Every day they're saying they're from Geek Squad, they're from Amazon, they're from Microsoft. They don't like. It seems like they don't have fear anymore. Am I correct in thinking that?
No, you got it wrong. See, back in 2006 or 7, there was no raids happening. Nowadays, if you work for a call center and if someone asks you to come to Salt Lake Sector 5 to work for their company, people are immediately who used to work for this industry for a long time, they be like, no, I'm not going to work in Salt Lake because they like raids are happening every day. If you have any office near outside Kolkata, I will be there to. I can work there, but I'm not going to work in Salt Lake Sector 5. The thing is, they never got scared about getting raided just because they're using Microsoft's name. They never used to use it. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, they're using it more now, though. Is what I'm saying. I called Microsoft like all day long. I called Microsoft scammers for the last week. They don't seem like they care.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like things change when a couple of people, like, see, everything happens. Like, suppose you started a grocery shop, like you started a juice shop and you started selling it for 50 cents, and all of a sudden you died, or you sell it to someone else and they started mixing water with it and make it a runny juice with a lot of water in it, no purity and all, and they started selling it for $2. What will happen? People immediately stop drinking from that juice bar. So that's what happened. People started being greedy. Like, there are certain people who realize that we can make thousands of dollars instead of making a $99 from a customer, and we don't even have to provide a support. Like what we used to do, we used to call them, we used to tell them, ma'am, your computer getting slower, so we can fix it for you, or if you don't fix it, it might going to crash at some point after some period of time. So if someone fall for that, what we used to do is we used to take access, and then what we do is we do nothing. It's the technician who put antivirus on their computers. They put host blocks, which means if some scammer tried to call them, like those real scammers who are going to log into their bank and empty their account, they can't, because they can't take access, because what that host block are going to do, those host blockers are going to block all the websites. So apart from this only company, no one can take access. because they know only the TeamViewer password. From there, what started is like those call center agents who used to work for those companies, they realized, some of them realized, these customers are trusting these companies because they are actually providing services. They have a 1800 number. Sometimes if they paid one time charges like $199 and subscribe for 2 year subscription, and in this 2 years if they call back like, sir, I am having some issues, they fix it for free. So that's a scam, but that's a genuine kind of scam. There you don't lose all of it. You
Right,
might lose.
scammers stopping people from getting scammed from
Yeah,
their life savings, and I
yeah,
think that's what's happening now. And it sounds like you are in agreement that they're
yeah.
greedier. There's more and more talks, and every day you hear of people losing $500,000. They're going for investments. The Microsoft scam. They're showing screenshots of your bank account and getting you on the phone with a fake banker before the person realizes that all of their retirement savings are gone.
Yeah.
Do you think it's growing? Like more and more people are turning to work in call centers? Because it seems like when I'm on the phone now, I can barely hear what the person is saying to me because there's so many people in the call centers. Does it seem like it's grown since you were involved in this?
Yeah, it's grown a lot since then because it's easy money. Like you just need to wait for a whole month to get a one good customer which can give you like 50,000, 20,000, $10,000,
Yeah,
and that's a
we can
lot.
only call so much to waste their time. Unfortunately, we need more people
Yeah.
calling. So let's talk about the raids real quick that have been happening, though. There's more and more, like you said. How much fear does that put in people? Like, I think you said people won't work in Salt Lake sometimes because people know that a lot of the scams are coming out of Calcutta, Sector 5, so they are afraid, but there's a lot of people that aren't afraid. How real are the raids that we see or that we hear of, 50 people getting arrested in New Delhi? I mean, are they back scamming a week later? Like, does it have any good with these raids?
It's not like that. See, after this Mark Robber and some big YouTubers video gets viral in that Walzen building, what happened is like police gets activated. Police were gets activated because they are getting a lot of pressures from the senior teams, like their branch departments. Everyone started bashing about like what is people doing, what this police doing, because the scam call centers are growing up and up. It's not like they're scamming in US and UK and Germany. They're also scamming in India too. They're calling people in the name of UPI payments, bank frauds. They're stealing Indians' money too. So they are not racist. They are not doing it just to white people. They are doing it to everyone.
Right.
Scammers
No,
are not racist. They
I
are
always
very good.
make that
They
point.
don't
You're
care.
right. I think a lot of the times when scammers say, "Well, I like to scam Americans because you deserve it," I think it's just immaturity and they're embarrassed because
They
they're
don't.
saying weird stuff. But they scam anybody, right? They scam their own people
Yeah,
too.
they don't discriminate between US, India. They
Right. A
are going to
criminal's a
steal
criminal, no matter
anyone.
what country you're in.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what
That's a good
happened
point.
is like, what happened is police gets activated like never before. Every day, if you follow Kolkata police page, West Bengal police page, Delhi police page, people are like, especially in West Bengal, Kolkata police and West Bengal police are on a god mode. Like they are raiding every week at least 2 to 3 call centers. Every week, every month they are raiding up to 10 to 15 call centers, like at least 10 call centers. So it never happens before. So people are getting scared, and those who are working, you can, when you're scam baiting, you might notice like they're dialing from their house, they're dialing from their apartments, they're dialing from their home buildings. They're not working from any office, because when you're working in an apartment, it's very easy. All you need a cloud server and some laptops, that's it. That's what they're doing right now.
the calls are getting routed more to people's homes. Like I hear kids in the background sometimes, more and more. So I really need to learn how to read Hindi, and I think a lot of us do. If you are obsessed like I am with the scams, because you see a little bit of scams in the news over here that get arrested in India. It'll say once in a while, if you Google scammers arrested India and you go to Google, there'll be a few stories, but I think what you're saying is it happens more than we know, but it's only being really reported in the Indian newspapers or Indian news channels, and a lot of us don't understand or watch it. But you're saying there's more raids happening now than in the past, right?
Right. See, you can't trust Indian news medias because Indian news medias are just for fun. In India, news medias are paid media. They don't show you the actual news. They only show it to you if they find it profitable. They are not going to, if you go to them and if you tell them like I got scammed, will you going to make a report about it and show it to people? They are not going to show it to people unless you're a celebrity, unless you're a big rich person whose reports going to get viral. I saw when I was in college, I saw some news reporters are asking people like, I'm going to turn on my camera and I'm going to ask you this, you need to tell me this and back. So that's how they create reports. You can't trust Indian media. Indian media is a paid media. Every other news media is owned by ministers, political ministers, or some rich businessman, so they can divert you to anywhere. That's how they're manipulating everyone. So unless they find it profitable, they are not going to report it. So if you want to see the actual news, you need to follow this Kolkata all police pages.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've learned Indian news. I try to watch it and listen to it just so I can learn the accents, and even though I don't understand it, but I do see more Indian Idol news and celebrity type viral, like who's wearing what, what sari this actor is wearing, than I do any raids. Yeah.
That's what I said. Because if you post news like this scam call centers gets raided, people will not going to click on it. But if you put a Bollywood actor or if you put this Hollywood actor donated to this, he wear that black jacket, guess how much it worth, with a question mark on it, people will click on it to know how much it really worth. So that's going to be more profitable. They can earn from their AdSense and everything.
Yeah. Peter, though, can't really help you with reading Hindi because he only reads Bengali and English, right? You don't really read in Hindi because you mostly learn Hindi from movies and stuff, right?
I can speak fluently Hindi, Bhojpuri, but the problem is I can only read two languages, Bengali and English.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, when you're little, I always tell people when you're learning a language, it's I don't worry about the writing. I hate when I'm trying to learn Hindi and I find a great YouTube channel that can teach me, but they are writing it in Hindi, and I don't care about writing right now or reading. I care about speaking and hearing. When you're a child, if you think back, you all of a sudden you're 6 years old, you didn't read anything, but you can speak.
Yeah.
So I think speaking's a lot more important. It's just for trying to learn about the scams, and if we're not getting all of the news, I think it would help if we had somebody there that could at least give us more updates from what's being reported in, like you said, the police blotters of Kolkata. It sounds like they're doing a lot more than we might think they're doing. I think the misconception is it's so corrupt they don't do anything. But you're saying they do a lot, and there are people that are scared now to do what they're doing. But we'll talk about debt and the problems there in a minute and how India handles that. Are people, do you think they don't care? Like they're more concerned with paying down their debt and working in these places than they are getting arrested?
See,
Like they just say,
if
"F
you
it, let me risk it. I'm going to risk it because my debt is so overwhelming."
it's not true. Like most of them who are working in this call center it's not like they have a lot of debts. My case is exceptional.
You're saying you were the
I all
exception. A lot of
Yeah,
people do it just to be extra rich. You're saying because it's easy money.
yeah, that's true. It's easy money. Like all you need to do is to convince someone that you're going to get in trouble if you don't follow me, and they blindly follow them because they are old, they are very sweet, and they find someone who is trying to help. For them, they are like angel. The scammers are like angel. They are trying to help, so that's why they follow them, and it's easy money. I don't say, like, I'm not saying 100%, like 10 to 20% people who are actually in need of money, like they are coming for really poor families. They are the only mm, bread earners from their family. Like they're the only one who are earning bread for their family, so they don't care what job they are doing, because end of the day, if they're not making any money, they're not going to feed their family. So they don't care whether they're working for scam call centers or anywhere. They can do anything. But most of them, like this senior callers, who are very good with their English. Sometimes you talk to them and you realize his English is really good. So they can work for any good companies, and some of them has graduations, degrees, which means they can work for various multinational companies. They can at least work for those companies like big companies, Wipro, TCS. The India has various big companies, Tech Mahindra. They can work for them, but they are not, surely they are not going to pay them that hell lot of money which they are getting from this easy scam money. So that's why they're working.
Thank you. So let's talk a minute about debt, though. Like, let's say I'm in the United States and I have $20,000 in credit card debt, and I can't pay my debt. And the worst that happens is I ruin my credit report. I can't charge anything more on that credit card. But what happens if you're in debt? In India, and you have a credit card with, say, a $10,000 balance that you can't pay. Is it different there?
It's horrible. First thing, I'm taking this legal things apart. I'm taking this legal things apart. But if you're going, if you have debt, and if you suppose if you have a credit card bill pending, and it should be paid by 15th of this month, and you miss that date, first of all, first thing they are going to do, they are going to give you calls 8 to 9, 10 times a day, which is horrible. If you take their calls and be like, sir, I didn't get my salary, I'm going to pay, I think I'm going to get it this week. Sir, tell me which date you're going to get salary. I need an exact date. First of all, they're going to harass you. They're going to harass you several times by calling you, and if you miss that date, they're coming to your house. They're going to stand there. They're going to tell you a lot of things, and they're going to harass you. It's a horrific thing. Imagine if someone is coming, some group of people are coming at your doorstep every day and asking for your money, like, when you're going to pay the money. They're going to create a scene, everyone is going to watch you. That's the first thing they're going to do. Then you're going to get a legal notice from the bank, and after a few days, they're obviously your credit score is going to get ruined. You're never going to be able to get any credit cards. You can't apply for home loans or anything. Your credit score going to get ruined. That's the smallest part. When you have hell lot of debts, you don't care about credit score anymore. But the first thing they're going to do, they're going to harass you, and you will find yourself in a situation where you can't sleep, you can't eat. Every day you're going to think like, how many calls I'm going to get tomorrow. Whether tomorrow they are coming again at my doorstep. They are going to be like, sir, you need to give us a date, sir, you need to give us a date. And then they are going to send you legal notice and everything. That's horrific. And then they are going to put everyday interest. In India, they put everyday interest, GSTs, taxes, like hell lot of taxes. In India, you pay 40% tax on credit card. Not only that, on top of that, you need to pay penalties, fine on GST, which is a Indian tax, and so you need to pay taxes on that credit card bill. So it's horrific.
But don't they come to your house too and stuff like that, and like harass you at home?
Yeah, if you took a house loan and if you're unable to pay it, they're just going to seize your house and they're going to auction it. They're going to sell it, and if you suppose you took $20,000 to get a house and you are unable to pay it, like you paid $15,000 and you are unable to pay the rest 5,000, they don't give you any time or anything. They just give you 3 months time. If you default like 3 EMIs, they're going to send you a legal notice, and under Indian court laws, they can auction your house, they can sell it. And
how many?
they do a lot. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, are there people in jail because they couldn't pay their debts?
A lot of them, because then you have to fight a case. If they file a case in court against you doing fraud, because obviously they are going to put a fraud case against you. So once they file a case, then you need to hire a lawyer. Then you have to fight that case, and if you lost that case, you have to either you pay that money, all the money, or you can face some jail time. You can.
They're looking at it as fraud. You borrow $10,000 and you can't pay it back, and you use that money. They're calling you a fraudster and a criminal, and they're going to lock you up after giving you so many notices.
Yeah, that's
Jeez.
what going to happen.
Is that kind of like the situation you were in? Like, were you a little nervous because you had borrowed money and it was getting to be where you couldn't make your payments?
Yeah, I'm in a terrific situation right now because only CJ knows about this thing. Because I when the scams started happening, because I used to work for genuine scam call centers. You can't really judge them as a scam call centers because they were never going to ask you for your banking information or anything. I used to work for 2 or 3 companies where they always take payments in check. If you as a customer or as a victim, whatever you say, if you are a victim, and if you be like, yeah, if you say like, sir, can I pay through my debit card or credit card? That company be like, no, we only accept check payments, because they were so genuine. They never took any other payments. So I used to work for those companies, and when I switched my career, because I had no jobs that time, I switched to the scam call centers. I realized there is another industry which is inside the scam call center where they're asking for banking information, they're taking all the money. Then I get to know, okay, now we can take payments through gift cards. Because I never knew what gift cards are. Truly, I never knew, because I used to work for some genuine tech support companies who never take payments in this kind of things. So I started slowly saving my money to get out of this industry, and that's how I get a commercial car, and I paid some of these EMIs. And when this lockdown happened, I ended up myself with no money. I maxed out my credit card, and I'm thankful to CJ for my lifetime. Like, she paid my credit card bills, though she has a very low money, but she helped me. I can never be thankful enough to CJ for helping me that much. That was the time, like, she helped me, knowing nothing about me, trusting on a someone who tried to scam a week before her, and she tried helping me. She sent me money, like, tell me your account number, and I was like, I'm trusting you, I'm sending you my details, and she sent me money. She asked me, like, just pay your credit card bills. I paid my credit card bills. I show her all the screenshot. She saw all the bills, like, yeah, he paid.
Wow.
And then
What a good story.
Yeah. And that's how
That's awesome.
I promised her, like, no matter if they're going to ask me for any amount. And I actually got on very good offers. She knew everything, because I talked to her every day, like, I got a various offers from various call centers like you can join us as a closer, you can join us as a senior caller. We are ready to give you 50% of your sales, which means if I make a $5,000 scam, I can get $2,500 every night. Like, still, I said, no, I don't want to get there back.
That's admirable. I mean, you could be out of your situation a lot quicker, it sounds like, and by doing the wrong thing. And it sounds like you're chipping away, and you're doing it the right way. You know, you're not hurting anybody. You made great friends.
See,
I know
I
CJ was
can't do
just hanging
that.
out with you, so I think
I can't do that.
there's going to be a lot of gold at the end of the rainbow for you, my friend. It sounds like you're on the right path.
Yes, and especially I can't do that. Like if I see someone, I can pitch for $100, $99 that for a genuine process. I don't find myself guilty there because I can see my technicians are working there. They are helping them. I know they might be paying $100. That's not going to bother her because she's getting a check. She might paying us, but I'm helping her to not get scammed from any company. But when I knew that I'm going to empty her bank account. She's not going to have any single penny. Like tomorrow, if you want, forget about medicines or anything. If she craves for a burger, she doesn't even have a dollar to buy a burger. So I can't leave someone at this situation. It was a genuine story. It happens to me. Like I called. I used to work for that company. Right, couple of weeks before I made CJ. Like I called a victim. Like I was calling like, "Hi, my name is this, and I'm calling you from Amazon." And that lady was literally crying. She started crying so bad. Like she was the single mom and she has a baby like few weeks old, and she doesn't even have any money. She left with $150 and she cried so bad. She started immediately fall for it, and she was like, I don't know how I'm going to pay for it. Am I going to end up in jail? I have a baby. And I had to tell her everything like, ma'am, I'm a scammer. I'm sorry. I'm never going to bother you. It's a scam. Never fall for it. I had to tell her. And she actually said thank you to me. Even knowing that I'm trying to scam her, I told her like, ma'am, I might left you like knowing your situation, but someone else will surely get that $150, not going to forgive you, or they're going to take the advantage of your innocence. So I can't take money from someone who's crying and who's 80 years old, because I find joy in this one when I help victims savings with CJ, like on Twitch, on when someone is saying thank you, like an 80 years old lady, find this joy in that their smile.
Yeah,
That's
you feel better now,
that's
right?
more
You
than
feel
anything.
better helping. That's awesome.
That's
But with your
And
loan, didn't they kind of scam you because you like what's the word when you kind of redo your loan, like not negotiate? What's the word? You know what I mean? Take like
finance.
yeah, refinance your loan, and then they kind of like didn't give you the terms you agreed on or something.
Yeah, basically I took a car loan to get out of this industry, so that I thought it's going to run. I can give it to someone on lease, and I can pay off my EMIs, and I can get some profits out of it, which is going to help me getting some money. But what happened when that lockdown started? They restructured my loan. Like I took a $5,000 loan, which is around 4,800 dollars loan, and I paid around $1,800, 18 to $2,000. Yeah, 2,100 dollars I paid in the first 15 or 16 months. And then the lockdown started. I wasn't be able to pay any single penny. And what they did, they called me. They said like, we are going to monetize we are going to do a moratorium, which is basically they are going to extend my loan period. Like it's instead of 5 years, it's going to be 6 years. So this month, all this months which you are unable to pay, it's been 4 months you didn't pay a single EMI. So we are giving you 6 months time. Like you're going to get another 2 months where you don't need to pay any money, and then it's going to be added in back into your 5 years period. Like if your loan is getting ended at 2014, it's going to be ended at 2015, 2025. I said okay, fine, thank you so much. I was super happy. I came to my house, and the worst part is I had around $100, which is like $1.20 I had in my pocket, and I buy a Pepsi to that guy. I told him like, thank you so much, you're just a god for me. I don't know how to thank you. And he said, oh, no worry. And after a few days, I got a bill. I saw in my app like they restructured my loan. And how come you restructure someone's loan without letting them know that you're restructuring them, and with an absurd amount of money? Like I'm borrowing around $4,800, and I have to pay around 6,800, which is like $2,000 in 5 years interest, and I paid around 2,100, so I'm left with somewhere around $4,800, right? But what did, they showed me in restructure that I took a 4,800 loan in 2020, and now I have to pay $6,800. So basically, for a $4,800 loan, I'm paying $8,800, which double. So that time I said no, I'm not going to pay it. So then they started harassing me. Now I have a court case against me. They took my car, they seized it, and they're going to sell it, and it's a scam. Like they sell it to their own persons in a very cheap rate, and whatever amount is going to be left with, I have to pay either, or I can face some jail time.
Yeah. And like I know Peter, I'm really sorry, don't get mad at me. I know that Peter does not like to talk about this, but I will just say Peter is you're technically disabled, right? By the government?
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about that before. He's good with that because we both had conversations about government disabilities and things. So you're comfortable, right, Peter?
Yeah, I know he doesn't like to talk about it, but he does have. He was born with like one hand. He's missing a bone. I think from being with him, I know what it is. Is he's missing? He only has one bone in his arm, so his wrist didn't form. And it honestly doesn't stop him from anything at all. It doesn't stop him from anything at all. But I'm very scared for him to go to jail just because I don't think he can defend himself the way other people could. So I'm very scared about it. Yeah, his funny bone's not missing. The funny bone's there. But I do get really scared. So we're just praying that everything gets worked out. He can hopefully get it worked out before. Hey, Maya, welcome. Before anything happens, but sorry to bring. I know you don't like to talk about it, but that's just the way life is, and that's the other reason why I don't let him go into any call centers, because he's very, like, he stands out. He has physical features that have him stand out, and then I just, like, if any of us had one hand that wasn't quite the same, it would be hard to defend ourselves if something were to happen. So that's why I do that.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good point. I did 1 day in county jail, and I was scared, even with 2 wrists. I couldn't defend myself, so it's a bad situation for a lot of people. So that's a good point. It's a tough situation. So I think we won't get into like what India is doing with certain people's cars. I know that there's something going on over there where there's all kinds of scams, but we'll save that for another time just because I know it's after 10 o'clock.
Oh yeah, geez, sorry
so-
it's so late. Yeah, but yeah, was it? You could just tell us real quick. Is it like a lot of the cars getting seized, or like they're? I can't remember what you said. Something about not yours, but like in general, like if they didn't pass inspection or they were old, they were taking them or something.
They just sell it. They just auction it and sell it in a very cheap price. Like if you're the bank and if you work for
No,
the
I
bank,
mean innocent cars, not yours. Like not not ones with loans. I thought they were doing something else there with cars.
So like if I have a car and it doesn't pass inspection, can I lose the car?
Yeah,
I guess
something
that's
like that.
a summary.
yeah. You definitely, if they see, they can seize it, but they usually don't seize it in those cases. They just fine you a large amount of money, so that you always make sure you have proper papers.
Gotcha.
Well, thank you, Peter, so much for everything you did for me in India. Y'all, he went everywhere with me, like helped me pay. Like I never actually had to convert any money to rupees. Like I just gave him and he paid for everything and he traveled with me. So we appreciate the fact that you kept me not getting lost somewhere.
Yeah, thank you for keeping CJ safe over there. It sounds like it must have been an exciting moment. Oh, Chester Drawers is here. Do you have a question for Mr. Peter?
Chester, hi. Yeah.
He woke up. He woke up.
Yeah, Chester's awake.
Yeah.
No, I saw him chatting. I think he was just letting Peter talk.
Yeah, Peter, is there something, a phrase or word that you think really would wind up a scammer on a call? Not abusive or anything, but is there anything that you think that would definitely get a reaction out of them that says, whoa, you've picked on the wrong person?
You can tell them something familiar, like you want to say something in Hindi or in English?
No, just English. Without being insulting or crude or anything, because most of us who make calls, we're well used to the we're going to do whatever it is to your mother, your sister, etc.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, I've heard that a few times. I've heard that one a few times.
You can if you want to scare them, you can just tell them like, I work for VCDAL. I was one of the key software technician in that VCDAL for a long time, so I can hack into your system for a very long, like wherever you're dialing from Kolkata or Delhi, it will hardly take me an hour to find it out. You can keep talking to me as long as you want. It will help me to track you down. You can just tell this to them. They're surely going to get scared.
Yeah, and for the sake of people that don't understand and I can never pronounce this right, it's a soft phone. It's the equivalent of a telephone system, but on the computer. So that's what they use to dial up, hold calls and transfer calls.
Yeah, they basically use two soft phones, either X-Slide or iBeam.
Yeah,
they're equally same.
Yeah. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
So, well, you just made me think of another question. So, when you were doing tech support type scams, Peter, did you ever have or watch one of your colleagues get scambaited and they're hooked up to somebody's virtual machine, and I'm just wondering, do they get very frustrated at the end of an hour and they realize that they're on somebody's fake computer? Do they talk to each other? Did they start yelling or complaining or no?
No, it never happened. But yeah, it happens a lot of times someone faking it. They were like, hey, I have problems, and then they continue with them for 10 minutes, and then they be like, la 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 la. They started making some weird noise sounds with their mouth, and they'll be like, I wasted your time. And that was frustrating, but I never encountered any scam baiters talking to my colleagues or anyone.
I watch a lot of the big Scambaiter videos, Pierogi or Jim Browning or Kip Boga, or and they hook up to their virtual machines, and sometimes they reveal, sometimes they don't. But I know that they must be frustrated after somebody takes up so much of their time. They have to.
You need to realize one thing. With due respect, this scam baiting industry gets flooded with a lot of scam baiters in last 1 year, last one and a half year.
You're right.
There were no scam baiters like there are scam baiters, scammer payback, who are doing very well. Like scammer payback was one of the biggest one. Then there was Jim Browning. We never knew about them. Mark Robert. They start like after their videos gets viral, the scam baiting industry gets flooded. Like everyone started creating their scam baiting channels. Not everyone is dedicated to their channel like you, CJ. I see very few are actually trying to help people. Most of them are there just to do nothing but passing time. They have no missions and everything.
I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
So nowadays anyone can encounter with a scam baiter, because a lot of scam baiters are calling every day. This websites are getting popular. Back in 2019 or 2020, no one knew about in India scammer.info or any BBB's websites or anything. They never knew it. Because nowadays people get to know, or everyone who's working in call centers, they know scambaiter is a genre. But back in 2019 or 2020, no one knew that it's a genre or scam baiting is a kind of thing which can get popular. After Mark Robber, Scammer Payback, these are the persons who tried making Kid Boga. They started this big channels. They started with a mission. They started, then CJ came, you came. You all are started driving it with a mission and everything. Then people started liking it. There are a lot of other channels. It's very impossible to mention all these channels, but they all started doing great jobs. Then people get to know about this genre.
I think all
back in our time.
The big names that you just mentioned, I mean, I don't know how many months ago it was, 4 or 5. That was an epic day. I mean, I think the Trilogy Media, Scammer Payback, Mark Robar, all working together, and those videos, Jim Browning, that kind of shook some heads there. And I know just from calling and speaking a tiny bit of Hindi, and they're very scared that I'm with Trilogy Media. I take it as a compliment, but it just shows that they really rock some world there. And it was the first time that I've seen or heard scammers have a little fear in their voice. Like, okay, I better be careful, at least for a week. I mean, and that's all you can really hope for. You shut down a call center for a week, they move. You might have just saved millions of dollars from going through the call centers. We need to keep doing more of that stuff, and I'm sure those bigger names that we mentioned are working on stuff like that. And then the smaller channels, like me and some other people that really have a mission to just waste their time. I've said it before, it's everybody has their part. But I also do think that a lot of people do look at what we do as a fad. I was on a stream the other night, and I was a little offended where the person was saying that, scam baiting gets boring. It's not about doing this for fun or entertainment. I mean, if you're really in it for the right reasons, then by all means keep doing it. But don't get involved with it thinking it's just a way to become somebody on YouTube. That would be my advice for anybody whose heart is not in it for the right reasons.
Yeah. A lot of people do it because they want to be YouTubers. there's better, easier ways, to be honest, to be a YouTuber than this. This is one, the market's flooded with awesome people. Like, we've already had people do original stuff. We're not gonna beat them, even if we do the same thing. Like, not I want to, but I'm just saying for people that want to be like the best YouTuber ever, I would just advise you to pick a different genre, but that's just me, or a different niche. Because this one is, one, very flooded. Two, we already have very large trendsetters, original people. And even if you do the same thing, you're not going to have the same results if you're just trying to be the best YouTuber. And three, there's no three. Just, I agree with you, Take. I think if you want to be a YouTuber, there's probably better niches than this one.
No, I just said this because when I left this industry back in 2020, when I met with CJ, so before that, no one knew scam baiting, because that was the time when scam baiting is not flooded with all the scam baiters on YouTube. So nowadays, every call center getting some calls from scam baiters, because now the scam baiting websites are getting more views, like scammer.info. Back in 2020, those websites were not that popular. Obviously, they were popular, but not like now. So I never noticed someone encountered with this kind of scam baiting.
Yeah, Peter, I don't know if you've encountered it, but certainly I have. When I first started making calls, especially to the tech support type scam, there were genuine people there with some computer technical knowledge. And one of the first things that they always used to do, as many of us can remember, is to check to see whether you was on a virtual machine. That doesn't happen anymore. Is that just because the people with the knowledge and experience of computers are now finding better jobs, and the people that are replacing them are just people that can read scripts?
See, getting a job in fake call centers is very, 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 like, all you need to do is, like, you need to know how to read a script. So most of the scammers who are working in this call center, they don't know how to distinguish between a real PC or a virtual machine. So if you find someone who's checking at the very first that whether it's a virtual machine or a real computer, then you really met with someone who has very good knowledge about computers. Because in most of the call centers which are running, whether it's in Delhi, Hyderabad, or anywhere in Kolkata, they don't know how to distinguish between anything. Even if you ask them, like, who's the prime minister and who's the president of India, they don't know their names. They can't tell you. Like, if you want to talk to them, like, hey, if you like someone, you be like, okay, I want to talk to you in personally for an hour. They can't, because they don't know how to speak in English. But when it comes to fraud, it's all about the script.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry
There's
to
a nuclear war going on my front lawn, and there's naked people looking in at me. Are you in front of the computer, sir? You can say whatever you want. Let me ask you a very important question. This is on everybody's minds. Why do the majority of the people in the call centers pick up the phone and say, "This side, Peter"?
Because that's a very common name. Like, you hardly heard some.
No. Like, this side. Why do they say this side before their name? This side, Alex Martin. This side, Peter. This side, TAGOW.
That's completely Indian accent. Like, English is a very diversified language. Like, if you go to UK, they speak different English. Though we all say the same language, but in our different ways. So in India, like, if you call someone, they be like, if they're greeting you in English, like, this side, Peter. That means I'm Peter from this side, who's on the other side.
That's what I
That's the
thought.
way.
It's just different. We would never say that. So I would hope that would be a tip off. It's usually the only time I've heard people use that are scammers. But do people in legit companies over there do the same thing? Do they say this side? Is it more like a politeness type of thing?
No, it's not politeness kind of thing. It's just a general thing like when you don't know someone, you're receiving an unknown call. It's just a normal thing. It's not a polite way. It's just a normal.
I guess my question is, if you're working in a legit insurance company or something in someplace in India, and you had to call America, would you say, "Hi, it's this side, Peter," or would you not?
No, never. They never say this kind of things.
So it's just a scammer thing, then, right?
Yeah, it's a scammer thing.
Okay.
Because they made everything by themselves. It's not like they're following any qualities or anything. They just made their script according to their comfort and all. Like they have different recordings. Like they run the same numbers. They uploaded some numbers, like 10,000 numbers, 20,000 numbers, and they have few recordings on their dialers, like VC dial. They uploaded some recordings like Amazon, Netflix, Best Buy. They started running that robocalls for 15 minutes. If they don't see they don't if they see they don't get enough response, enough inbound calls, and they don't get calls enough from Amazon, they immediately switch to gig support, like gig squad support. They do it. So everything is made up depending on their comfort level. Like they are saying this side, they can say whatever. Sometimes when you scam bait, you realize they made a lot of words which never exist
Gotcha.
out of their comfort.
We definitely can attest to that with a number of strange phrases or sayings that they come up.
Yeah. If you really want to, I really like you, Chester. This is the first time someone asked me, like, what's the easiest way to scare someone without abusing them? You can abuse them. You can just scare them by saying, like, hey, I know I can just find you. I used to work for VC Dial for a long time.
VC
and
dialer.
I can find VC dialer is the common dialer. It's used in 99% call centers.
And that's the next best thing, other than I guess knowing exactly which building and which floor they're in.
IBIM is a soft phone. It's a soft phone. Like that's not the dialer. The dialer they use is VC dial. So they can use either iBeam or Xlite, but the dialer is going to be the same. Dialer is the software where they put everything, and soft phones where they are receiving those calls. So these are two different things. These are two different things.
The easiest way for I'm scaring people at the moment.
Hello, this is John Brownie.
That was in your video last night. Yeah, that's the one I watched last night. You had Jam Brownie hacking the system, talking in the Darth Vader voice. So yeah, I love that.
Yeah. As I said, it's not about insulting or being abusive.
Well, speak for yourself.
Yeah, okay, fair enough then.
The funny thing is, whenever CJ asks me to come on live calls and scare those scammers, it's very easy for me. Like all I need to do is talk to them in Hindi and tell them, like, you're calling my friend, and I'm living in the US, but my hometown is in Kolkata, and my friends are working in the Salt Lake Sector 5. And I have a very good contact with all these call center technicians, so I can find you in a minute with which call centers you're working from. Either it's this building or that building. So I named some random building names when Sector 5, and I started telling all the tea vendors names. Like I used to drink teas from those tea vendors. You know this guy, you know that guy, and they immediately getting they got so scared, like, oh my god, this guy is not playing, he's actually from Kolkata and he knew everyone. I started naming some big names, like
Yeah.
some popular tea joints and everyone, and they started getting super scared. And one time it happened, you can ask CJ, like what it happened last year. I still remember it. A guy really got scared and he was like, oh, I can smell that fear from his voice. It happens. It can happen.
Yeah.
For me, it's very easy to scare them.
Yeah, we hear it all the time. The moment that we announce ourselves as a scam, it's a change in tone, very apologetic, very we didn't mean to do this. There's a whole change in their sort of demeanor. Before it's aggressive, and now they become passive. It doesn't mean much, but we know it's affected them psychologically for, hopefully a long time. And I don't mean that in a horrible way, but I mean to stop them scamming.
Yeah, for sure.
You can just tell them. You can also you can try these things, because the internet providers in these call centers are either Macbella or Alliance or Airtel. So you can name all of them. Like
yeah.
you have contacts. You have contacts in this with this internet providers.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
by the time you think for me, I can easily find up your IP location from Macbella or whatever you're using. I can just find it. So
Yeah,
they're surely going to get scared.
We do that all the time, find the IPs, but the IP doesn't direct you to their actual location, which is it's a shame. As to take, you probably want to sort of go directing the gorilla in budgie smugglers to go and look in their windows.
You know I do. You know how I think. But I think you're absolutely right. The IP address gets you close, and they can be like, big deal. A lot of people do that. It still is a deterrent. But I think like when you can tell them like some specific bars in the area and the floor that they're on, maybe even like that's why I'm so fascinating, and I'll always watch the pierogi videos because they can locate exactly where they are.
Yeah.
So I think what Peter is saying is you scare the hell out of them talking about some specifics in the area that they're in. I love that. I love it. Give them a little bit of fear for even if it's just a couple minutes. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very easy because when you're hearing them from a long time, you know what they're saying, and sometimes what they do is like they're talking to each other like, hey, you wanna order this food from this joint? No, I don't like their chicken. They put too much spices. So that's how you get to know what place they're actually in. You might not get the actual place idea, but you can get a rough idea. Like if he's talking about this food joints, if they're talking about this restaurant, so he surely is in this area, between this to this area, because these are the nearby areas.
This place has the best butter chicken, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, we're going on 2.5 hours right now, I think. So we might have to end it soon, but you're always my favorite person to talk to. I mean, you have a wealth of knowledge. You've turned your life around. It's a great story. It's just it warms people's hearts when they hear what CJ has done for you and what you have done for her. Her going to India, and I don't know if that trip would have happened had that one phone call ever taken place to you. I mean, it's scary for anyone to leave their country and then go, especially with what we do and being on camera, and then her going there because you're there keeping her safe. It's just you always have a home here, brother. Good things are going to happen for you.
For sure.
I don't. Yeah, I've done nothing for CJ compared to what she does for me. Like I would have ended up in jail much before this, because I still have this debt of around $5,000, which I need to clear to get out of this, and I have no idea how am I going to do this. But she paid my year credit card bill, which was around $1,000. So it's and especially she did it when she had no money. She almost saved her money just to get me out of the situation that time. And credit
She
cards
took
are
a risk.
way.
No, a lot of people wouldn't have done that. No, but I wouldn't have. I would be like, okay, I got to know you for a year first. Show me some proof. She just looked at somebody that needs help, and she took a risk and said, okay, if it doesn't work out, then I'm out of a little bit, and we won't go forward. But she took a chance, and it worked out to be a beautiful friendship, and we have a beautiful friend to our show. I think it's a great story, man.
Yeah, and we're trying to fix Peter up with, if anyone's watched my show, my stream, we've been trying to fix him up with this Visa scammer. Just kidding, she's horrible. She's horrible, so we keep teasing Peter. We're going to fix her up with him. You want us to, Peter?
That's karma.
Okay. Well, I guess I made it awkward. Sorry. We're trying to tell you. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. Hold on 1 second. Let me get. Okay.
And Chester, thanks for hanging out with us too.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Chester. And thank you today. Yeah. Thank you today so much to Liz, MJ, BB, and Raz. Thank you guys so much for the super chats and everyone that joined today for and membership. We super appreciate that. And of course, yes, thank you, Peter, for coming on. And hey, Kat, how are you? Yeah, but yeah, we keep telling him we're gonna fix him up with this Visa scammer. So we're working on it so he can have him a good scammer wife.
Betty Bam Bam has put something in chat. I don't know if that's appropriate or not.
What?
Betty Bam Bam just put something in chat. Peter, if that doesn't work, call me. I will talk dirty to you on the phone.
There you go. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Raz. Really appreciate that.
I would take her up on that, Peter. I'm a little jealous at the moment. I've never gotten that offer.
Thank you, MJ.
I never got up to take.
Well, I mean, I've got a mom, but that's a different story. Sister's mom, even on her best day, does not compare to the voice of Betty Bam Bam.
That's true. Well, thank you so much, Raz. Thank you again. Raz doubled up. Thank you, Raz. We really, really appreciate that. So very kind of you. God. And thank you, MJ, as well, for your second super chat.
Thank you, MJ.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for that. And thank you guys for being here today. I don't know if you guys know, but I haven't been around this week much. Next week is a little iffy as well because I am starting a real life job because I need health insurance. But the job will be second shift. So once I get through orientation, it should be fine for some streaming and the show. But thank you guys so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Chester. Is that everything?
I think so. Thank you all. Thank you, Peter. It's like I said, I can't go on again, but it's always a pleasure to talk with you. You always bring so much to our stream here, and you're just a wealth of knowledge. You're very transparent. You talk about stuff, and you give us a little bit more understanding of a situation that we may not know everything there is to know. So we love you. Thank you.
And we didn't. Well, there's some questions too we didn't get to. There were some questions in chat we didn't get to, so we'll have him back on. I know I saw some more questions. We're just out of time, and I'm about to get hangry. So, thank you to all the mods. Yes, thank you to the mods and the members. We really appreciate it. We love y'all. And we will see you on Tuesday for a very special anniversary episode. And then next Thursday, we have a Microsoft certified trainer on. He is a Australian Scambaiter. So we're excited about that. So
this side down under will be here.
Yeah. All right. Love you guys.
Is he a level 9 technician?
Yes, he is.
Level
from Microsoft.
All right, everyone.
Love
Level
y'all.
up. Have a great day.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
You're connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of a time waster you are.
You want people to empty their bank account.
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers. And man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again, okay?